This song is called Nobody Like You. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Though you don't do the time, and you know it's mine. You get what you want, but I don't know how. My one desire, the object of my fire, is the past and the future of my life. Though I'm trying hard, I know it seems that I don't. And I feel way too much to cry. And I'm finding out that it doesn't pay to smile. Finding out is always hard. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like what I like. There's a plan that I chase, but I don't think I will race. 'Cause I know somehow I'll be at the finish line. I deserve all that I've got, though I know it's not a lot. But it keeps me in my steady state of mind. Yes, it keeps me in my steady state of mind. Yes, it keeps me in my steady state of mind. Though I'm trying hard, I know it seems that I don't. And I feel way too much to cry. And I'm finding out that it doesn't pay to smile. Finding out is always hard. 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 Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like what I like. This song is called Give It Up. So I might sail into the edge, but that's alright. I finally see the sun. I don't have all the things that I want, but I won't know for sure till the end. No, I won't know for sure till the end. Never gonna give it up, Never gonna settle up and walk away. Never gonna give it up, even if I never make it all the way. The man is always in the way, but I can't blame anybody else for the things that I do to myself. When I don't play the game that they want, when I don't play the games that they want, when I don't play the game like they want. Never gonna give it up, never gonna settle up and walk away. Never gonna give it up, even if I never make it all the way. An old man, I woke up from the dream, but I can't fall right back to sleep, 'cause I know that I won't be again what I thought I needed to be, what I thought I needed to be, what I thought I needed to be, what I thought I needed to be. This song is called Everybody Come On. It's the last song on the record. Everybody love me, yeah, come on. Nobody will ever beat me, come on. If all my fans are lazy, I'll still play the show for you, maybe. If my own mom won't sing my songs, life will go on for me, baby. Everybody love me, yeah, come on. Pre-sale doesn't matter, come on. Now I'm rethinking my future. Will I turn into a butcher if all my dreams don't come true? Were they for me or were they for you? Everybody know me, yeah, come on. Don't pretend you haven't heard, yeah, come on. If you think that I'm a failure, you must be a big drug inhaler. I don't exactly know where I belong, but I keep moving on. It really don't matter. Everybody know me, yeah, come on. Nobody can tell me why though, come on. They call me a local legend until they need someone to credit. But that's okay, 'cause they all sing my songs, and before too long I'll be famous.
Hello, welcome. My name is Byron Gonzalez, host of Bilingual Sounds, and you are now watching a special edition of our 88.5 Live interview and performance series. It's special because we are here at Dangerbird at their headquarters because we are joined to talk with Joel Jerome, who just recently released a new album called Super Flower Blood Moon. It is fantastic. He just played 3 songs from there. It was Give It Up, it was Nobody Like You, and Everybody Come On. Hope you enjoyed that session. Thanks for playing those songs, Joel.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to your own headquarters, your own label.
It's a special place. I enjoy being here. So
it's really nice. You got the Elvis lamp.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
And light the way, basically.
And throughout the whole performance, he was just watching over you.
That's how it is. I feel like that all the time. So it's all good.
Nice. Well, congratulations on your new album. How do you feel about it now that it's released?
It's like, I'm sure all musicians and people that have just been working on things forever know it's a great feeling to know it finally is done and out there, and excited to see what happens with it, and excited to do the next thing too. But,
nice.
Yeah.
Before we get into more details on the album, I do want to know a little bit behind the scenes of these songs that you just played. Let's start from the last one you played, Everybody Come On. Could you tell me a little bit like where that influence came? It kind of sounds like you don't care what people think, and you'll keep doing your thing. Where were you when you thought of those lyrics and wrote it?
Right. For the whole record, it was basically writing a song a night, which I don't ever do normally. So that was a new way of approaching this record. So that song was written in one night. I basically go through my phone notes, pick out a song I want to work on, and the chords of that one came up, and I just let the chords sort of dictate the feeling of the song, and then I just picked a story. What am I going to sing about? What am I going to talk about? And so in this instance, I felt like it was one of those songs that sounds like it's the end of the night, end of the party.
Yeah.
Kind of reflect, or it could be the end of your life, whatever, reflective thing about where you are, who you are, what you care about, what you don't care about, how things don't matter, they carry on, and just I don't know, it just turned into something like that. A lot of the record's very
I don't know, existential like that. Just thinking about life and stuff like that.
It does sound like that. Even your song "Give It Up," the one before that, sounded like a little bit like that, where you mentioned kind of playing the man's game instead of trying to win it.
Or not playing the man's game. So yeah, so like same thing. It's another thing. Like I think like looking back at people's or your career or your life or what you're willing to do, what not do. So that all fed into it. I just like I said, I never write songs in one night like that, but I would pick a theme and sort of just flesh it out like a writer. First time I did that, it was fun.
Nice. And how about what was the theme behind "Nobody Like You" and what inspired that one?
That was a little bit all over the place, but it did start out with a thought, just basically people not being impressed by people that think they're impressive, or just like just mediocre people thinking they're better than they are, cooler than they are, and like
it's the confidence.
Like I just mentioned that before that in high school, like my favorite thing to do was ignore people that obviously wanted attention for whatever reason. So I would love to ignore all the beautiful people, all the people that thought they were cool, who weren't cool. And so that song's sort of about that in a weird.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now I want to know the title of the album is really cool. I love anything that has to do with the moon or the universe. But this one has Super Flower, Blood Moon. Where did that come from and the story behind that one?
Yeah, that was kind of kismet. Forever the songs were called phone song, or the album was called Phone Songs.
Phone songs?
Because initially Jim, who works here at Dangerbird, and I've known for a long time in other bands, inspired me by saying, I want to hear a bunch of new songs, but don't record them because I have my recording studio. He's like, I don't want to hear anything fancy. Just want to hear the songs,
Okay.
I was like, okay, cool. So when I wrote all these songs, I just recorded them in my phone straight up. And as a thing, I played it for him, and they were really cool the way they were. Very intimate, stark, sort of like just the bare bones of the vibe of the record came from those demos. And they're for my phone, so I just, working title, Phone Songs. And so forever they're called Phone Songs. And then Jim's like, maybe we could do something a little more, special with it, because it is a special record for us. And so the week I was finishing up the record, mixing it with Rob Schnapp, who's like one of my heroes and who's worked on some very influential music that just basically shaped the way I like music. He worked on early Beck stuff, Elliott Smith.
Oh, wow.
And he's just an all-around good guy. He has a studio across the street from my house. He's been there forever, and we've known each other. So I was mixing with him, and it was the week of the Superflower Blood Moon, and I'm like, just thought about, okay, it's like when you put out crystals, under the moon, and like gets all this energy. Maybe these songs will take that shape too. So if I name it after that, so I was just inspired by the week of the Superflower Blood Moon. I thought it sounded kind of ominous, a little dark, ethereal. So it's like the records like that, especially the first song. So I thought, sounds good. We'll do that.
That's pretty cool. I like that. And the aesthetic you chose for the cover also kind of talks to that. You're like ominous. You're on black.
Yeah.
I really like
that. Was inspired. I did that. Thank you so much. But no, it was inspired initially by a cover done by Juan Gabriel. I forget what record it is. One of the best of it, or whatever. But it was like a profile of him and like backlit and like dark. And I was like, that's kind of what I want to do too.
Nice.
So yeah, I thought it fit the mood a little bit nicely, and they'll class it up a little bit.
And you did a Juan Gabriel homage to it.
Yeah.
And also I was reading that this album kind of is inspired by a lot of Mexican pop songs.
Latin pop songs, yeah, for sure.
What kind of, just Latin pop songs?
Well, because like Roberto Carlos is from Brazil, but he's a big Mexican, people in Mexico love him,
Yeah.
But he's not Mexican. And like Nelson Ned, same thing, he's Brazilian. Camilo Sesto, a lot of 70s Latin singer-songwriter stuff. It's cool. It's like a spillover from the 60s, so you get some of the 60s in there, but it's a romantic pop.
Right.
And it's just really cool stuff. And Roberto Carlos I was listening to a whole lot, and Juan Gabriel, obviously, he's got everything, good eras in 70s, 80s, and 90s, whatever. But the songwriting a little bit inspired me. The writing lyrics about love sometimes was inspiring by those guys. So
yeah, old Latin songs are always about love, huh?
Basically, love, loss, longing.
Boleros and stuff.
And I use that kind of like as a spin on like, in life, like longing for something different, not necessarily a partner, but something else. But yeah.
Well, especially because maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but this album was created and written during the pandemic.
It was initially written a month before the shutdown, or 2 months before the shutdown.
Oh, okay.
And written, but like recorded and everything, and thought about, marinated during the whole thing. Because we agreed to do the record, then immediately everything shut down. I was like, oh, okay. So nothing's happening for a couple of years, basically.
So all those songs were written and ready to go.
December 19th.
December 19th.
Or 2019, sorry. So yeah, December 2019. I showed them to Jim and Aaron in January. And then obviously in March, everything shut down. But it really kind of like, it was like almost like I don't know. It definitely fit the mood of that rest of the year confusion
Yeah.
and like and thinking about where you are in life, and it's really hit home. So it was easier to kind of deliver on the songs. It felt like
Yeah, there was a
during that
lot
era.
more emotional attachment
Basically, yeah,
to it,
everyone's
right?
thinking about everything at that point.
And you
Life
got
death.
lucky too. You're kind of like you have an at-home studio, the
Mm-hmm.
psychedelic thrift store. Did that help a lot? Was that kind of
It was a godsend.
guided the album as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's my place. That's where my happy place in general. But it even made me, because this record, I have label support. I was like, maybe I'll go to a studio, do something cool. But obviously, the pandemic happened. I'm like, you know what? Just do it at home. Like, it's perfect time. There's nothing happening. All the wheels in the world just seem to fucking turn. Or sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me. All seem to like.
Oh, you
just,
can say it.
I'll
It's on
just
the
like,
internet today.
okay, grind it to a halt, And so like, I'm thinking it's like you're suspended. I'm like, all right. Luckily, I have a place to go to. I can just take my time with these things, and I did. Recorded all these songs. Like you don't even know how many versions of these songs I have.
Oh, really? Which one took the most evolution?
Interesting question. That's a good question. I don't know because I've kept it all simple for sure.
Right.
Time to be quiet, maybe instrumentationally, but everything is the same as I wrote it. So not too much variation, but I had time to marinate at home, and thankfully I have a studio, like you said, that I work in myself, or I have others work in. I work with other people in there, so it's basically good to go.
Yeah.
Probably can't do rock bands in there, but everything else you could do, and that's what I did the whole record in. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Now that you finished the album and you listen to it completed, it's different when you're like recording it and listening to the album separately. But now that you have, which one of these songs bring up like a good memory behind the whole process?
I mean, honestly, they all do. I just remember the first few. Maybe Time to Be Quiet, maybe When You Land. I can't remember now, but I just remember because the process was new to me. Like I said, I know it's foreign to some people. Like I'm surprised that you can't just write one song in one night. I don't do that normally. I just because I have a studio, I record whenever I want, take my time with it. But when I was like, no, I got to record, I got to make a song every night. So after the second night or third night of writing songs like that, I was like, wow, this is cool. This is working. Like I used to not like to do this, and it was really inspiring. So just the whole process was cool, but the beginning, the successful beginning of it, really like inspired me to just keep going and finish it. And it came through the whole record, and the whole record has a nice musical theme to it. There's a thread that connects everything kind of musically, which is a first for me too. Because like I said, I record everything so differently in different times, and I just gather stuff for records. So like they're not all the same period, not all the same vibe, whatever. But this was like everything from even the writing of the songs. So it really came through the record. I think the first few songs are inspiring. I don't remember which ones they were though, but they were inspiring.
Out of this whole new process, do you think you're gonna continue this process maybe for your next record?
I'll definitely do it again. Definitely try it again because it was nice.
It's kind of like boot camp.
It was for me, like, and sometimes it's good, you feel falling into that artist trap, like, oh, I need to be inspired, I need to be struck by lightning or whatever. But a friend told me once, it's like sometimes it's just elbow grease, like get in there and just start doing stuff, and then will get inspired and you'll keep wanting. And it's true, and it's sort of like what happened, like, but it's that night. These things are different. Like I wrote them in the middle of the night. My partner, who was a professor at CSUN, at Cal State LA,
both places.
She goes to sleep, early and whatever. So at midnight, I'd write these songs. I'd go through my phone notes and herbal jazz cigarette and pick out one I like. And so it was all very inspiring, and it was a cool process. I'll definitely do it again.
That's really cool. Well, I can't wait already for the next one. Are you an artist that you finish an album, but you always are like songwriting? Are you always like creating new songs? Is this true at this current time?
No, I mean, that's the thing. I'm telling you, it's really weird. I do love writing songs, but I love recording more than anything else. So you'll catch me doing covers constantly just to kind of test out my gear. I do night school, basically, which is like for me going on YouTube in the middle of the night and learning how to record or like learning how to like do whatever I'm trying to learn. And I learn things the next day. I try it in the studio, whatever. And so I'm always just doing that because I love to figure it out, the puzzle, whatever, making sound cool.
Yeah.
But writing the song, it's actually what I don't actually do. I don't sit down and do it, which is why I think that process is good now. Because like when I need to write a record, maybe I'll just do it that way and then it'll work out. Because it'll be a good representation of that era. I don't know. Because I prefer recording over anything else. But with this record, I'm really happy that it's done because I actually want to play it live with my friend Evan, who played with me today. And so our plan is to hop trains and go up and down the coast and maybe do some Latin American tour dates. That would be amazing.
That'd be super cool.
So
How is your reach out in Latin America?
Well, I'm getting it going now. I mean, I have people that have known about other bands I've been in, but I'm really trying to get in there again and like play for my people because it's strange to me that I haven't done that more. And just I have family in Mexico in Cuernavaca, so just 45 minutes from Mexico City. So being able to play in Mexico City would be amazing, and visit family and have them see me play. It's just something I want to do really bad.
Plus, Mexico audience really go hard.
Oh, they do.
They go hard.
I mean, they're great. I made some good friends there, who like music, are really passionate, very real
really
people.
cool.
It's just amazing.
You should check out Kevin Carl. I think you would pair up well with him if you ever decide to do a tour.
Nice. I'd love that. I need all the help I can get for sure.
It's really cool. Well, thank you so much, Joel. It's been a pleasure talking with you and getting to know more about this album.
I appreciate it.
And all the details, which is really cool. And I'm already looking forward to the next album. Yeah. I hope we can get one out of you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's everything. But yeah, I appreciate your support. It really means a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Well, don't forget Superflower Blood Moon is out now. We're going to get into an extra bonus song right now. If you stick around just a second, we're going to listen to We Made It Home here on 88.5 Live.
Super secret song. This one is called We Made It Home.
Do I know who I am? Do I know where I should stand? Is my faith set in stone? Do we all end up alone? In the end, when we go to the comfort of our home, will we know what to say to ourselves on that day? There's a feeling that I find I could never leave behind. The more I think, the more I try, the less I ever find out why. Do I know who I am? Do I know where I should stand? Is my faith set in stone? Do we all end up alone? 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 Do we all? I'm just glad that I had all the fun that I could have, 'cause it won't last, and it always goes too fast. And although we'll explode into stardust like before, no regrets, no remorse, 'cause we made it home, of course. And I know that it grows from our head down to our toes. No regrets, no remorse, 'cause we made it home. 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 'Cause we made it home.
88.5 FM KCSN and KCSN HD1 Northridge, Los Angeles. KSBR and KSBR HD1 Mission Viejo. A service of California State University Northridge and Saddleback College. Member-supported public radio. Streaming on the web at 885fm.org.